Okay, everybody, we're gonna now go over to spagettd with Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Now, don't forget as well, of course, that we are doing this as a charity event for Everyone Can. If you would like to donate, then if you type !donate in the chat, then that will bring up the Tiltify page link for you guys to go and donate. We have raised £90 in total so far today, and our goal by the end of the marathon is £750. So if you can donate, then please do so. All donations through the Tiltify page go direct to Everyone Can. They are an absolutely fantastic charity. They're based in Manchester in the UK, and they help disabled people play games and get into gaming. We're now going to go over to spagettd, we are over on spagettd. So Spaghetti, once you are ready, you and Thermal, if you want to introduce yourself, introduce the run, and then give me a countdown, and then we can begin.
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me, and Thermal as well. My name is Spaghetti, and I'm going to be running Toy Story 2 and 64 any percent. And if Thermal wants to introduce himself and take over the mic now.
Yeah, I'm Thermal Square. I am also a fellow runner of Toy Story 2. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me, Spaghetti. Appreciate that.
So timer starts. I'll just count down, I guess, but it's right after I exit this here. So timer will start in 3, 2, 1, now.
All right. So do you want me to just kind of explain what any percent is?
Yeah, explain the category first, and then I guess like the differences between this and other versions, because we're running on N64.
Right. So basically, this game is full of what are called Pizza Planet tokens, and for the N64 version, Spaghetti will have to collect 30 of those Pizza Planet tokens to actually be able to beat the game. The big difference between N64 and all of the other versions of the game is that in the other versions, you need to collect 40 of them, which is weird for whatever reason. But that's basically the concept. 30 Pizza Planet tokens is what is needed to beat the game. Yeah, it's kind of the start for it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be collecting the first one right here, and it's off this boss. Well, for Andy's house, I guess you can just explain that, we grab all of them here.
Yeah, Andy's house. So in each level, there's actually 5 Pizza Planet tokens. They're all kind of the same concept. There's a boss, which Spaghetti is doing, a race token, a puzzle token, a coin token, and a mystery hidden token. So in Andy's house, we collect all 5 of them because Andy's house is short, very optimized, and it's
I got the weirdest jump there. Not sure what happened there. Try it again. All
right, so yeah, there's there's not a whole lot to talk about in Andy's house until we get to like the race section. But yeah, I guess I'll explain a couple other things. For the collectible token, there will be 5 collectibles hidden throughout the level, and then you have to return them to basically the owner of the collectible. For the coin token, you need to collect 50 coins and return them to our lovely friend Ham. And then, yeah, that's basically those two. The race, you do a race. The hidden one, you just have to find it. And the puzzle token is usually pretty self-explanatory.
Here's like the first trick, really, of the run.
Yeah, so for the race token, you're going to see Spaghetti's going to do like this crazy thing off the van, and the laps are just going to like decrease as he goes. Basically what happens is there's like the little crack on the ground, and that's the start and like finish line. The game only checks to see if you go behind that line, and it only goes up to where the van is. So basically he just gets behind the line and jumps in front of it, gets back around and does that for 3 laps, and then grabs the Pizza Planet token. Easy peasy.
And then we got a little out of bounds action going on here.
So that's actually the very first I guess, console exclusive thing. This is N64 exclusive. Basically, gonna wedge yourself in the door, and he'll be able to clip into the wall / fall through the wall and get the puzzle token. Normally, you have to push a bunch of boxes to get that puzzle token, or what's called boxless, which is a trick we don't like to talk about because it's hard. And then up next in the kitchen is going to be what's called spoon jump, right?
Yeah, spoon jump. Oh, that coin did not drop.
Basically, spoon jump, he's going to take advantage of shadow boxes, which is like extra polygon extension of different objects. That's going to be used and abused throughout the game quite a lot, and creates a lot of the different skips and tricks in the game. So yeah, spoon jump is just the first of many that will be coming soon.
But that should be the first level there.
Out of Andy's house. If you watch a lot of runners run Toy Story 2, most of the stream will consist of Andy's house.
Yeah. It's such an optimized level, and because we grab all 5 tokens, there's a lot of optimization in it, and it becomes really reset heavy if you're trying to get a good time from the first level. It kind of decides the whole run, really.
Yeah, you get a feel for how it's gonna go for sure.
Right.
Andy's neighborhood, we collect 2 tokens now, I believe.
Yeah, just 2. It's gonna be the boss and the puzzle, or
yes,
yeah,
the hidden token.
or hidden, yeah.
Yes. So there's something that was discovered over this past year that we'll get to, but this level did get the reroute from 3 to 2 tokens. And there's going to be a little like glitch / boss abuse, I guess.
We almost got it.
Yeah, basically what happened is Spaghetti gets like, you get Buzz Lightyear kind of out of the arena, and normally when you shoot the boss, it'll get some invincibility frames and you can't hit it. But being weirdly out of bounds, it like just allows you to keep shooting the boss
Instead of having to hit him once per phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally you'd be able to just kill him straight up like that. I must have entered the arena a little too soon, and so I had to wait for one phase of him spinning.
Yep.
It's all good though.
Not construction yard. We're not there yet. Months away. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So bombs away is pretty easy, for the most part.
Yeah, it's a pretty short fight. Just 3 charge shots and he's dead.
Then we get to construction. Don't want to get ahead of myself.
Another thing you'll see me doing as well is as soon as I grab the last token that I need, or as soon as I beat the boss, I can just exit the level immediately, because we actually don't have to wait for the cutscenes or anything like that. It registers that you beat the level or you grab the token as soon as you interact with it.
And bombs away is pretty easy. Yeah, for everyone except Andette.
And in this
normally-
level, we're only grabbing 1 token, which is just this race here, just collecting these for Slinky.
Yep. I guess as going off what you were talking about earlier, normally when you exit the level, when you collect a token, Buzz does do like a little animation where he does his tagline of to infinity and beyond, and then you see him like shoot off into the sky. That's why it's faster to just collect the token and then exit the level.
Otherwise, you'll just sit there for his whole animation, which is useful for one specific level, and we'll get to that soon.
Yeah, we'll get to the spaghetti moment later. Because we know how you love to do puzzle skip in next level.
And this is another level where we just go pretty much doing 1 token again.
Yep, 1 token. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. The hidden token. I was about to say the race token, but that's for a different category. Infinite please moment.
Hopefully not. Nope.
Yeah, hoping for no. So yeah, umbrella jump. Basically, you saw Spaghetti jump from like a dumpster onto the umbrella. Basic name, umbrella jump. It requires what's called an extended double jump in the game, which is used a lot, but might not be seen very easily because basically you're going to extend Buzz's jump to its maximum length, and then he can get on top of the umbrella. Normally you have to do a bunch of other stuff to actually...
Right, there's a whole obstacle course there just to grab that token, but we skipped most of it with another obstacle course.
I can hear the mashing going.
Yeah,
wild.
this is just literally just me mashing. Like 30 seconds or however long this boss fight is.
Sadly, with the lag that N64 produces, the shooting is actually rather slow compared to other versions, which makes me super frustrated.
Yeah.
Because I love to mash and it's so hard.
Once again there, we don't have to wait for that cutscene of him blowing up, just skip the level as soon as he dies.
Yep. And then we get to one of the cooler levels, Al's Toy Barn, which I'm excited for. When you get to the boss fight, I'll let you just focus
Explain
on
it.
that, and then I'll kind
Yeah.
of
Alright,
explain
yeah,
what's
yeah,
going
focus,
on.
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have one of the coolest tricks in the run here.
Yep. Yeah, first off, he obviously gets Potato Head's arm, which that will unlock the first unlockable of the game, which is the rocket shoes, which are really nice, especially for Tarmac Trouble later on.
Hey, Bob, over here!
Always blame the hardware, of course. N64 is a good and pure version.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely shout outs to you for making this trick possible. Spaghetti was kind of the guy that made this possible. So basically what he did was he did a spin attack, and that he goes into a dizzy state, and then it allows Spaghetti to move around and grab the token and store the text box that usually appears when he grabs a token. And he's going to talk to Ham, which is going to allow him to actually move when he does the To Infinity and Beyond animation and grab the puzzle token.
I don't think I grabbed it. Oh my god.
You didn't
Okay.
grab it. So yeah, normally he'll do the To Infinity and Beyond animation, and he can actually move during it, and he'll like come down onto the token during like the fade to black.
We're gonna go for it again because I have enough time to.
Okay.
I've done a couple practice runs before stream and I did miss it, but I was still able to do it again and, you know, finish within our time limit, which is good. Plus it gives us more time to explain it.
Yeah.
There was a chance that I would miss it, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a precise trick. It was something that had been theorized for a long time because text storage had been a thing that we'd known about, but had never been, there'd been no consistent setup to get it until Spaghetti was like, yeah, I've been able to do this like all the time. I thought this was something people do. And we're like,
Yeah.
wait.
I thought it was already
What?
discovered because I'm like kind of new to the community. And so when I figured out that you can pretty much store the text storage by spin attacking with your last hit, which allows you to, you know, like Thermal said, grab the token during the cutscene. But I didn't know there was any use for it until other runners found out, you know, you can use it here. Alright, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do it this way.
To infinity and beyond!
Yeah, I should have just done it the way I'm used to. I tried doing it the quote safe way, where I wait for the camera to line up, and it ended up just like not working out.
Yeah, so basically when text storage was found to be consistent, one of our community members, Lance, who is our certified glitch hunter, was like freaking out and like massive amounts of time save occurred.
Yeah. Well, we
Like,
saved
a few
over a minute, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, it was probably close to 2 minutes.
Yeah, including like reroutes and stuff.
So now we're on to my personal least favorite level of Al's Spaceland. The crane machine you're going to see Spaghetti using is actually all RNG. The position of the token will change throughout. And depending on where it is, the claw machine will start out going left and right, forward and back. And it can just be a fun time to deal with RNG.
You're either gonna like, if you get really good RNG, you're pretty much gonna have time save coming out of this level. But in the same breath, if you get a really bad RNG there, even if you miss the token, that's pretty much just like at least 30 seconds gone.
Yeah. One nice thing about the N64 version is the shadow for the crane and the token are massive.
Yeah.
Whereas on like PC and other versions, on the PC version, it doesn't even exist. So you have to kind of like finick with it.
Just eyeball it.
Yeah. And it's amazing how many times you like think you get it, but you like exit the ball pit and you're like, I didn't get it.
It's still in there, yeah. Yeah, thankfully on the N64, like you mentioned, like right there, like I wasn't even centered on it, and I knew it would still grab.
Yeah. N64 is very lenient on a lot of things.
Very forgiving.
Other versions. Don't worry, you're a fan of this level. I don't know how people like. I won't get on my soapbox for this level. But anyways, Spaghetti's gonna be going to the mini boss. One thing I'll mention is that many of the bosses are very easy to beat by just grabbing the green laser.
You just hold down the fire button and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Traveler's Tales is like, we're not gonna like, there is some thought behind the bosses if you don't have the green laser, but with the green laser, it's like, all that's just put to shame. And yeah,
kind of an oversight, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really not much to talk about at the end of this level. Oh, actually there is. Those boxes that Spaghetti jumped off of earlier, the Buzz Lightyear boxes, the textures for those are only in the N64 version. However, in the other versions, the collision is actually still there, just no textures.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
So you just jump on invisible boxes there when you're playing on the other versions.
And just end with the coin token and collectible token. And then we're going to be on to a fun boss.
Also, I forgot to mention, but if you have any donations you want to read off, you can do them in between levels, like now.
If we can do one now, there is a £5 donation that's come in from Ariana Maria Silva. There's no comment, there's no incentives, so it's just £5. But thank you very much for that donation. Very, very much appreciated. And anyone else who wants to donate, the link is being posted periodically in the chat as well. So please do make a donation if you can. And there are incentives for you to donate to as well. So there's targets, there's polls, and it doesn't add anything to your donation. It's completely free, provided you donate, of course. And all the money goes to EveryoneCan as well.
Thank you so much for that donut, Ariana. She's one of my followers and one of my friends IRL as well, so I appreciate that.
So I guess I'll kind of explain what's been happening in Toy Barn Encounter real quick. So kind of the same ideas with text storage. We're gonna abuse the Dizzy Strat. Basically during the cutscenes of like the enemies coming out of the different pods, being in the Dizzy animation during the cutscene allows Spaghetti to move and kill the enemies quicker. Normally Buzz would just stand there and not be able to move, and then you have to wait till the cutscene is done. So this allows for getting through the boss quicker. I do love this boss because there's actually thought put into it as opposed to not. but that's just me.
Alright, now everyone's favorite level.
Yes, if you spend any time in any Toy2 Discord or stream, you'll know that elevator hop is like the consensus least favorite level because, well, it just sucks.
For multiple reasons. Not only does it have one of the biggest RNG run killers of the game, the mice, and elevator cycles, but it's just a really boring looking level. There's not much going on.
I think we need to ban Solar from the Discord. He loves this level. He's a true Toy2 runner. Take down his world record, please.
I mean, I guess he can say whatever he wants at this point since he has world record.
But yeah, the mice, as you'll see coming up, there's two of them. One we call the ceiling mouse for obvious reasons, and one called the wall mouse for obvious reasons, are just the worst.
Yeah, what makes them RNG is just that, like, sorry to speak over you, but
no, go ahead.
what makes them RNG is pretty much stuff like that. They move in random directions. Sometimes it could be all the way at the very top, and even with your double jump, you won't be able to reach him until he drops down. That one's not that bad. It does lose you sometime, but the one coming up and the one after are horrendous. It can like straight up kill your run because of how hard they are to grab sometimes. Yeah. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they're just unpredictable little dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they can just be really, really forgiving, and sometimes it's like, oh, the ceiling mouse is just like all the way as far as it can go.
Yeah, like literally out of reach. Like it's physically impossible to grab him. You just have to sit there and wait for him to get closer.
Yeah. The wall mouse is definitely the one that can lose you the most, because every time you miss, it's roughly 15 seconds of time loss. So hopefully there's no issues with that.
See right there, the ceiling one was nice. He just stood still for me. That one, however, that one hates me. Did you see how far he was? Like, and it's very hard on N64 console to grab that one on the wall because he doesn't really load in until like you're right about to grab him. So he doesn't really give you much time to react to what side of the wall he was on. I was more towards the left, he was more towards the right. By the time I saw him, I really couldn't react fast enough.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things about the level. Like, just for that sheer fact of like, there are times where it's like you think you're gonna grab that mouse, but then it just like shoots to the left or right, and you're like, cool.
Like he'll straight up break your ankles. Like he'll just like juke you and do a little circle too.
Yeah. He's just a little show off at times. Or I guess it's a little pink bow.
The mom, but that's for the mom, right? That's the mom that you're giving him to.
Oh, that's true. That's the mama moss.
The babies don't have anything. They're gender neutral.
They are. Again, boss, very easy. Not much to talk about with it, but there is some cool stuff that I guess later in the boss fight, if you don't kill it as fast as Spaghetti did, there are fans underneath it that actually turn on and can cause you to like float in the air like in the elevator shafts. But yeah, we don't care about that because
it's pretty cool to look at, but other than that, it's a time loss.
Yeah. The race, unfortunately, there is no rubber banding in the race. It always ends at the same amount of time left, which is like 2-ish seconds.
Yeah.
But the big thing is you can't fall down any of like the shafts that are on there, because most of them will shoot you out into the middle section, which then cancels the race, and then you have to start over. And the physics are weird on it because
it's kind of hard to control him when he's in there. So normally I would be dropping off the mice right now, but we missed this guy, so got him that time. He was a little nicer there. He just stood in the middle. He kind of went towards me too, which is good.
Unfortunately, no task strat occurred.
Oh yeah.
Grab the token and then grab.
And then just fall straight down.
Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons to not like elevator hop. it can just, yeah. Sometimes the elevator cycles can be weird too, but most times they're fairly nice.
Ah, that's the ticket. Here you go, Buzzy Boy.
And with
Do we have
that,
time for a quick donation? Oh.
yeah, go ahead. Yep, just finish the level.
Yeah, it's an anonymous donation actually for £5. The comment is thank you for hosting the event. So thank you very much whoever made that donation. And it also goes towards the character selection for the Hello Kitty Cruises Altos items run, and that's for the character Hello Kitty.
Nice.
We've now raised £100 in total so far, which is absolutely incredible. That's our first
Heck
milestone
yeah.
pretty much over. Now let's go over to £200, shall we? And let's try and beat the £600 that we raised last year. And even better, oh, hold on, we've just had a new donation in as I was speaking.
Go ahead.
It's from Deviant, a £10 donation. With the comment, a good cause, also first try window jump, Craig. So thank you very much for that donation, just as I was speaking there. So now up to £110 total raised. So let's get to our event total goal of £750 by the end of the marathon. Of course, we've got like 3 days left to do that, so it's no big rush, but let's try and beat the £600 that we raised last year.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you guys for those donos. And Deviant, this one's for you. Let's see if I can... The window jump he mentioned is this right here. It's pretty hard to get it for some reason. We're abusing this little shadow box that's on the corner of this here. And I did not get it first try. Sorry, dude, I let you down. Not even second try. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's one of those shadow boxes I was talking about earlier. It's just a little extra polygonal thing that allows us to jump off of it, usually on a lot of like corners and stuff. Everyone loves this trick when they get to this level. There is another strat that we used to use. Well, originally this strat was used, and then there was another strat that was found. It's easier but slower, and then we didn't find out that that strat was slower until it was timed that the window jump was actually like 5 seconds faster.
Yeah.
So it is kind of hard because you could probably see the table ledge grabs are weird in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, some ledges are a lot easier to grab than others. So some of them can just be weird, like that table is.
Yeah, like it just happens to be that table is one of the ones where it doesn't work like it's supposed to. So that's unfortunate. This Zerg fight though is extremely easy for N64 only.
Yeah, so I guess I'll speak to that real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
N64 is supposed to normally run at 30 FPS, but sometimes it runs at like 5 because N64. But on the PC version, it runs at 60, and we have to do a strat where we trap Zerg in a corner, and then we're able to catch them, because at 30 or at 60 FPS, Zerg is literally impossible to actually hit. So it requires that corner trapping strat to actually beat Zerg on PC, which is kind of an oversight by the devs, but you know.
Okay. And the worst thing that could happen to me at this level just did. I'm pretty much trying to skip having to use the luggage to get across by just doing a really well-timed double jump. Like that. And I missed it twice, which kind of sucks. Okay, let's make it 3 times.
Yeah, normally like you'll see the orange luggage things going by, and there's like a little like black and yellow pole that you'll swing on to get to the other side. But yeah, like Spaghetti said, with a well-timed double jump, the extended double jumps, you can actually skip over those. Are you gonna go for Yolo Strat? I never asked.
I mean, I might as well. This run is not gonna be a 29 or anything. Let's try it. I've never. I don't know I don't know how we're doing on time actually.
I think you're doing fine. I think you'll at this point still get underestimate.
I think so too. All right.
I think if you miss it, it's like 17 seconds, roughly.
All right, let's try it out. Imagine I get it though, because I haven't even been able to get this in practice. So,
So yeah, basically it's called Yolo Strat, obviously from the old saying, you only live once. Some people have tried to get us away from calling it that because it is kind of a weird name, but basically Spaghetti's gonna try to get the puzzle token, or the hidden token, get all 5 barbells, and try to get back to the dude bro, I forget his name, in time before the race ends.
Rocky.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I did not make it. No. That's okay.
Yeah, it is a very hard strat to do. Most times you end around with like 1-ish seconds. Sometimes you get it on 0-0 left. But yeah, it's
extremely hard. I mean, it is a little, not gonna lie, it is more forgiving on other console or the other versions of the game, because you just move quicker in the other ones. So it is easier to get. I wouldn't say easier, but it is like it gives you more time, I guess, to do it.
Yeah.
You're cutting it real close on the N64 version. So that's like the first, or maybe it's like one of the only things that this version actually lacks compared to other stuff that's like really forgiving.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say this and the rocket boot skip.
Yes. Rocket boot skip. That's a. Are you going for rocket boot skip or?
I'm gonna go for it, yeah, because I can just do the backup.
Let's go. I appreciate that you're going all out.
Yeah. Got to.
Yeah. Basically, like when you use the rocket shoes, you move around like weirdly. You just like, because you're going at such a high speed, Buzz kind of whips around. So, yeah, it makes rocket boot skip kind of tough to do.
We'll see if I can get it right now, but it's pretty much coming up.
I guess one thing I forgot to talk about was spin cancels, because as you can see during the Sticky Pete fight, Spaghetti was like spinning really, really fast. Basically, when you use the laser and the spin attack at the same time, the spin attack will cancel out the laser, and you can just like mash those together to do like an infinite amount of spins, which is nice for enemies that require you to use a spin attack.
So here's the rocket boot skip. I'm gonna try to attempt to platform this, and I failed.
Yeah, it's a tough trick.
What I was trying to do was jump up here with those rocket boots so that we can skip getting this plane wing, because I would have been able to use the rocket boots to jump from that green thing all the way to this, and avoid, waiting for the plane to drop me off, which saves like 15 seconds or 20 seconds, something crazy like that.
Yep. So yeah, now we're gonna be doing, or Spaghetti, not me. Spaghetti is gonna be doing the second text storage. Basically, again, using the spin attacks and then the dizzy animation to grab the token.
And I missed it.
No.
You know what? We're at 32 minutes. Do you think I should just try it again?
That's up to you. I mean, it is about a minute time loss.
Yeah.
Overall. Either way, I can explain kind of what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, you could just say it. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, again, if he had got text storage, he'd be running over to Slinky, talk to Slinky, and then what would happen is the text box would show up, and Slinky's text box would be up, and he would be able to run straight to the finish line from where Slinky is. Normally, you can't touch any of the green goop because that cancels the race, but because of text storage, it keeps Slinky's text box open, and we're able to get to the finish line, and then we can cancel his text box, and then the token will pop up. You can grab the token and save like 45 seconds.
You pretty much
roughly.
save all of this that I'm doing now. It really sucks because I wanted to showcase another trick that we can do immediately after that, and it's like another text storage, and it skips this puzzle that we're gonna do right now. And I'm apparently the only one who's going for it right now. It only saves like 7 seconds, but it's really cool, so I like doing it. Also, I hate doing this puzzle because it's I just suck at it. I don't understand how it works.
Yeah. Yeah, that puzzle is actually RNG, so you like different lights. The ones that are on top are always this, well, they change, but they won't ever, the colors won't move. The ones at the bottom are the one you want to move based on the buttons that are there. And you want to match the top and the bottom ones to get the, to solve the puzzle, basically.
But we're almost done now. This is the last boss. It's just 3 of the mini bosses put together. How creative.
Yeah. And there's like, it's just a big open empty plain area to just with nothing. My theory is that they just ran out of time and were like, we don't have time to put anything else in, so here's the final boss.
Alright, so the timer will end as soon as I deal the last hit. So as soon as the life bar just runs out on them. And honestly, this boss fight is pretty pog. I'm doing really good so far, so let's see. Alright, and that should be time. And there's Woody and Jesse. Save
Cursed
them.
Woody face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody looks like he's cracked out of his mind, but hey, we saved him from being shipped to Japan and stuck in a museum for the rest of his life.
And 64 textures did not do him justice.
Not at all.
Okay, final time on my end is 35 minutes and 11 seconds.
Dang, just over. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine, it's 11 seconds, we can recoup that.
Spaghetti.
No. Damn it, you are banned because you went 11 seconds over. I'm joking. Oh, dear. 11 precious seconds wasted.
Whatever shall we do?
End on time.
Right, before the end of the run, we did get another donation in from Warp Sue.
Mm-hmm.
£5 donation. The comment is, "There's a snake in my boot."
That was a good Woody.
Apologies also to Warp Sue for the timeout earlier. That was completely accidental. I did not try to time you out. I was scrolling down on the actual chat, and then I clicked something, and then it came up in the chat saying, "InstaSim timed out Warp Sue." I was like, oh. Thankfully, the unban command removes the timeout, so
Cool.
we're okay. But yeah, sorry about that, Warp Sue. I'll try and be more careful next time so it doesn't happen to anyone else. Anyway, next run is going to be Resident Evil 2 Claire B standard 120 frames per second by Snake SOCOM. That's going to happen. That's going to start in about 5-10 minutes time. So if you guys want to stay around and watch that, then absolutely please do so. And don't forget to donate as well to the fundraiser. There's links being posted periodically in the chat to the fundraiser as well. And I'm sure Damien will put it in the chat for us as well. We've currently raised a total of £115, which is absolutely incredible. Which is absolutely incredible. I've got lots of gas today. So we've got £115 donated so far. The marathon goal is £750, but we're doing really, really well so far. So I'm very, very... I think we'll definitely get to the £750 by the end of the marathon.
For
I'm
sure.
very, very positive for that. So, have you guys got anything you want to finish off with before we finish?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Once again, thank you for having me and Thermal here. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to not only do my first marathon run, by the way, but also just showcase this game and showcase the N64 version, which in my opinion is super slept on because everybody prefers the PC or the N64 emulator, which I understand. But besides the point.
I love it.
If you guys want to check out more runs for this, I would recommend either giving me a follow on my channel. This is my main category game. Or you can also just go on speedrun.com. There's a bunch of other runs for this game as well. If you're interested in running the game, I would also recommend to join our Discord for this as well. Everyone in there is super friendly and helpful, and we'll all be able to help you out either with setting it up or, you know, finding out how to do certain tricks, things like that.
Well, thank you very much for taking part in InstaSpeedathon this year, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
No worries.